So here it is, the moment a lot of Assassin's Creed fans have been waiting for. Yes, we are getting an Assassin's Creed game officially set in Japan, but that's not all. Check this out. This is captured in engine. This one right here is known as Assassin's Creed, codename Jade, set in ancient China. But I have absolutely gut-wrenching news about this one, so brace yourselves. Now we're going to talk about this Assassin's Creed Hexe. This is going to be part of the Assassin's Creed Infinity platform. This one is the most different Assassin's Creed game we've ever seen before, alluding to perhaps witchcraft, believe it or not. Maybe even some horror elements in here, but that's interesting. Now the most immediate game that we will be getting very, very soon is Assassin's Creed Mirage. This one is going to go back to the original Assassin's Creed game, essentially providing us with stealth gameplay and what we know and love from Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, that sort of thing. So a lot of people were pretty excited about this one, and we didn't get to see gameplay though. That really irritates me that we did not get to see gameplay today. Now, they did go on and talk a little bit more about Assassin's Creed Infinity, which is going to be the new Assassin's Creed platform that all games will be interconnected by. And they did mention that, yes, they are investigating Assassin's Creed multiplayer. So perhaps we'll return to like the Brotherhood style PvP stuff in Assassin's Creed, which I know has been highly requested. Now, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be getting its final update known as the last chapter. So this indicates they are ready to move on to other Assassin's Creed projects for sure. Beyond Assassin's Creed, what's going on with Ubisoft? Well, Ubisoft Forward also showcased the Division Heartland, which is going to be a free-to-play Division game set on an entirely new open world. I know it's free-to-play. We'll talk about it here a little bit more. But yeah, they're also diving into the mobile space with a lot of their games, with the Division. But we're also going to talk about Skull of Bones. Honestly, when I was streaming Ubisoft Forward, I felt like there was an underwhelming reaction to Skull and Bones. We'll see what happens with this one in the future. Now, we're going to talk first and foremost about Assassin's Creed Japan. This blew me away. I am so hyped for this one. It looks like it might be a couple years away, and I'm assuming it should be a next-gen only experience. So get hyped about that one. However, they did show Assassin's Creed China, which I assume this is in-engine gameplay, I guess you would say. Unfortunately, and this is gut-wrenching, Assassin's Creed China is a mobile game only. I could not believe they reserved the China setting for mobile only. It is absolutely I just can't even describe how I feel about it. I was so upset when I heard that this was only coming to mobile, because it was my dream to experience China, especially on like next-gen consoles. I was super hyped based on leaks that, hey, maybe we'll get to see like China on next-gen platform only. You know, that would be amazing. That's not happening. Will I try it? I'll give it a shot. But man, they almost got so close to doing a Diablo Immortal. Maybe in your mind, they might have already done that with this being stuck on mobile. But at least they had a backup plan, and they teased and showcased Assassin's Creed Japan. We know we're also going to be getting Assassin's Creed Hexe, which is going to be interesting. Assassin's Creed Japan, by the way, which is codename Assassin's Creed Codename Red. And then this one is Assassin's Creed Codename Hexe, I believe it is. They're both going to be a part of Assassin's Creed Infinity, which of course is going to be Ubisoft's brand new Assassin's Creed endeavor, I guess you would say, where everything is going to be attached. All the Assassin's Creed games, maybe even comic books, media, and everything else will be attached through this platform known as Assassin's Creed Infinity. And you'll be able to dynamically jump back and forth between Assassin's Creed games and Assassin's Creed experiences, which sounds really cool to me. Now, what's noteworthy about Assassin's Creed Infinity is, yes, you're going to be getting your traditional single-player experiences with that, but you're also apparently going to be getting multiplayer. What was said on the Ubisoft Forward stream is that, yes, they are investigating multiplayer for the future with Assassin's Creed Infinity as a standalone experience attached to this platform, which I think sounds really, really cool. Now, I myself wasn't too much into the PvP experience. I was more into the co-op from Unity. It just didn't work right at that time at all. It was a mess, as you guys may remember. So I would like for them to try it again. Give it a second shot. Make it work. Give us an Assassin's Creed Unity type co-op experience. That's what I would like to see when it comes to multiplayer. But it would also be cool for them to perhaps dabble into PvP multiplayer. My only worry is that they separate themselves too much and try to do too much all at once. I've seen this happen so many times with development studios and game studios as a whole. So that's my biggest worry when they start doing multiplayer stuff. So yes. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They did showcase some weird type trailer where basically you're talking to yourself, I guess, in this trailer. And it looks like it's going to be the last final big DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And it looks like you might be changing the world, influencing it in some weird way. They didn't give any major details about this one, but it seems like they want to go out with a bang for sure. I don't know if it's going to be more of a historically accurate type DLC. They've really gone out there with fantastical, mythological type stuff with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But yeah, a lot of people want it to stay more grounded and historically accurate. So we'll see what happens with the last chapter to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I think it's great that they're going to wrap this one up and move on to newer, fresher things in the Assassin's Creed universe. Now, the Division Heartland, it's going to be the free-to-play offering from Ubisoft. Ubisoft has not been shy about saying, hey, we're going all in on free-to-play, we're going all in on mobile, and they proved it. Oh my God, did they prove it in the Ubisoft Forward from today? Dear God, they doubled down on everything mobile and everything free to play, which I know a lot of you guys are rolling your eyes about. But you know, I went over to the Ubisoft official trailers for Heartland, and like all the top comments are like, oh, it's free? I'll try it. So it seems like you guys are at least going to try it maybe when it comes out. I don't know. But it's a bummer that it's going to be riddled with most likely microtransactions everywhere, because free to play does not equate to free. You know, it's just at the beginning you could try it for free, but eventually you're probably going to have to buy something. So yeah, that's how it looks. It's looking for the Division Heartland. Now, what I will say about this one is the open world is actually kind of looking beautiful and interesting. It's not going to be those next-gen visuals that you want from like the Division 3, a proper sequel. But it is interesting. It's going to be taking place in like an old town type setting. That's a smaller town. So I thought that was actually pretty cool to see. And it looks like it's vibrant and colorful. A lot of the Division games are, you know, dreary, dark. So I hope they lighten that up given the current world circumstances, perhaps. I don't know. But a lot of people also like the darkness of the Division and embrace that. So we'll see what happens with that one. Now, Skull and Bones. This is an interesting one. I feel like there's a lot of tension from the Ubisoft fan base right now when it comes to Skull and Bones. It showed off some new trailers, customization, equipping your weapons to, you know, your vessel, being able to explore in third-person perspective on foot. But it's been delayed several times, which I think makes people very apprehensive about this one. There's been leaks that things aren't going right with the game. But, you know, it does look like it's very polished from what they did show, and the customization options are there. And if you want a pirate experience, this might be it. Especially if you are into games like Sea of Thieves. This could actually be something that you will perhaps really enjoy if they actually nail it down, given all of the delays. Sometimes delays can be the best thing for a game. Who knows? That could be possible. But, you know, from my experience with streaming Ubisoft Forward and reacting to it, the chat did not see overwhelmingly like, oh my God, Skull and Bones. So maybe that'll change. We'll see what happens with this one in the future for sure. Now, continuing onward, we are going to be getting some mobile games. They really are going all in on the free-to-play mobile experience. And they did showcase the Division Mobile, as you can see right here. Apparently, this is in-game visuals, by the way, which is interesting because I think they're some of the best looking mobile games. At least I can say that. Is it something that I'm like, oh my God, a mobile game, I cannot wait to play it? No, I'm not that way at all about it. It's just a bummer that they're investing so much into the mobile space when they could be doing other things up. But yeah, overall with Ubisoft Forward, there was a lot of what I would describe for me personally as filler content. Some of the Nintendo Switch stuff is kind of exciting, but it's not my area, area that I play in when it comes to gaming. So yeah, overall, some good announcements here, but devastating announcements as well. Like, super disappointed. This right here, again, I describe it as absolutely gut-wrenching to think that we will not be experiencing China on a proper next-gen platform like PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS. It is such a bummer to see that they went this route with it. I would have loved to see what they could do with China for sure. But again, very conflicted because they did rotate and they did give us at least we're getting Assassin's Creed Japan, and it could potentially differ itself enough from Ghost of Tsushima. That's going to be the big challenge here because it looks like it showcases a ninja. If they can get it out ahead of Ghost of Tsushima 2, that's going to be, I think, priority for Ubisoft at this point. But let me know what you made of Ubisoft Forward if you missed it. I'm sure you can find it on their actual channel. I did stream it. It was fun streaming with you all, by the way. I'm having a blast streaming with you guys. Let me tell you what. But I hope to actually do streams maybe once every week, once every 2 weeks, and try to bring you guys more streams in the future. We'll see what happens with that, but that is going to be my ultimate goal in the future, is bring you guys more and more streams. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.